First, what's up, Lucy? All right, back at it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Holy shit. Why are there so many? No, my llama. My llama. No. Damn. Oh shit. Alright. How did you not die from that? Oh, what the? I didn't even see that. Find the gold key. How about you find these golden nuts? Let's find the gold key. Oh shit. I'm confused. Where's his key at? I heard jingle jangling. I'm confused. What's up, Jigs? Where's his key at? Multiplayer? I didn't turn it on. I gotta turn it on. Where's the key? What the hell? Oh, shit. I should have known. Bro, where? I'm so confused. Oh, is it over here? Yeah, it's gotta be. Definitely got it. Hey, what the? Hey, can I move, please? Damn. Okay, well. couldn't move. The fact that that thing didn't kill him is crazy. Oh. Where's the thing at, man? There's the key. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay. No. Wrong. Is that a whip? Yeah. Obey me, bitch. Oh, no. Of course. But I'm the slave master. Too bad. I got the whip now. Get back to work, boy. Get back to streaming, boy. Oh, shit. Ooh, barely. Indiana Jones in this bitch. I'm surprised that, like, is the whip not in the actual like Minecraft game itself? Because that's the fact that it's in here and not in the actual like Minecraft game is wild. Not gonna lie. That's wild to me. Oh fuck, I threw it too far. Just down, okay. Download that fast? Damn. That's not that, I guess not that big of a game. Alright. Oh, fuck. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Back to work, boy. Sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. That's racist. Whoa. What the fuck? I didn't even... Oh no. They finna kill me. I'm finna die. Shing shing! Hold up. I gotta finish this before I can change it to multiplayer. Shing shing! Oh, fuck. my god, there's so many. Update. No, not the update. It's probably, I guess it's been a while since you played the game. That's fair. Shing shing. Okay, how do I? Okay. Oh, you bitch. You bitch. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die. Oh. Move. Move. Holy shit. Oh, of course there's this one here. Bitch. Ow. Let's go. Easy. You good in chess? I don't think so. I mean, I think I'm pretty basic at it, but like... Not really. That thing just not even kills bosses. It does, bro. It just one-shot that boss, bro. I'm like, what the? How? I don't like the whip that much. It's not as strong as I want it to be. To ask for a 1v1, bruh. You're not finna get. You're not finna. You finna. That's an easy dub for you, bro. Come on, man. Can I move, please? Shing shing. All right, all right. You just gonna leave, Rim? Let's see how it is, bro. Okay, I'll stay. W. Appreciate you, gang. Oh shit, I did not see them. We just chilling, vibing. Whole lot of skeletons here. Damn. Castlevania type shit, right? This fucking whip. I still gotta watch that Netflix show, Castlevania. I heard it's really good. It whips. Damn. Okay. Fast as fuck. That's me. That's me. Let's go. Whee! Okay. What's up, Dizzla? Dizzy. Shing, 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 shing. How did they? Not bad. You know, well, it could have been better. I feel like I failed a little bit today. Because, you know, I was, you know, I'm just gonna say it. Look, I broke my what's it called? Whoa! Holy shit! I didn't even not see that coming. Okay, I did. Oh no, my llama! I did not see that coming. Wait, I broke my streak. You know, I'm not masturbating, so. Yeah, I don't feel very happy about that, but it's fine. It is what it is. No one's perfect. What the? Wait, what happened? Oh no, Enderman. Where? Come here. Stupid. Where's Enderman at? Where's Enderman at? No, okay. I'm alive. I'm alive. Get fucked. Stupid. Get fucked. Stupid. Let's go. Let's go. Dubs in the chat. W. Can I get a oh yeah? Can I get a oh yeah? Yeah, you like that? Mm-hmm. You like that? Yeah, I'm not. This whip, I'm not the biggest fan. Not anymore. It was fun for like 2 seconds. It's not strong enough. I need more strength. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Whoa. Oh shit. Holy shit. Another one? Damn. Oh shit. Oh my god, why are there so many? God damn. No, my llama. Stupid. Wow. Whew. Goodness, man. What y'all do for 420 yesterday? Huh? Did y'all smoke? Did you smoke weed, get people? Guys? Did y'all smoke weed? Y'all smoke the weed? Did you smoke the weed? Did you smoke the weed? Smoke the ganja? Smoke the ganja? You smoke the ganja? Do ya smoke the ganja? Fetch the stuff. Fetch me their souls. Oh. Hello? Fetch me their souls. Oh boy. Hello? Oh boy, here we go. Holy fuck. Ah, ah, ow. Oh, fuck. What? No, that is so dumb. Excuse me? Evil. You evil as fuck for that. That's insane. Ow. Oh my, what? I'm about to die again? No! Bro, what? I'm about to die again. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Holy shit. Alright. Alright. Let's go, boys. Oh my god. That's insane. No! Oh, pressed the wrong button. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Bruh. Oh my god, bro. Jesus, man. This is insane. Madness. Crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Almost there. Whew. Oh no. No, 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 oh, no, whoa, okay, barely missed that. Holy shit, I almost died. Oh my god, Elden Ring? Move. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. I somehow survived. I did it. I did it. I did it. Let's go. W in the chats. W in the chat system. Okay, of course. Of fucking course. Yeah, no, go ahead. Just get one last fight, right? Alright, if I die here, that's you're fucked for that. Okay. Jeez. Oh yeah, one little jump scare before you go. Is it not over? I guess I have to get out of here. That makes sense. Okay, alright.
The necromancer's staff is destroyed. Once again, the arch-illager is thwarted.
Is thwarted. The arch-illager is thwarted. The arch-illager has the throat. He is thwarted.
W. Man. Totem shielding. Oh, okay. Seems useful. A whole lot of ammo. A soul knife. Yeah, I'm change up on the whip. Fuck the whip. I don't need it. 34. It's purple. I might keep it. I might keep it forever. Let's get rid of this one. Don't really care for it. All right. Sounds good to me. Looks good to me. Looks good, looks good. Neurologs when you roll. Interesting. Ooh. Fires a second shot at a nearby enemy. Has reduced damage. That's good. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. 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 Ooh, plus 50%. Nice. Cooldown time between your rolls. Oh, that's nice. Are increased. Okay. Fuck. Both of these are really good. Maybe. Actually, I might do this one. Three seconds. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, next attack deals bonus damage. Attacking drains your life to grant 1 stack of pain sock after 5 stacks channel into your next attack. That's cool, I guess. I'm gonna do this one. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. Honey. Okay. All right. Okay, are y'all still trying to join right now, or what? Or what? What's going on? What's the plans? Cause if nobody's gonna join right now, then I might just get off. Or actually, I don't watch some videos. I might watch some videos and then I'll get off. But if nobody's joining right now, then you know, might as well go ahead and watch some videos. Excuse me. Where's Jix on it? Where's Jix? Didn't Jix say he was going to join something? I don't know where he went. Well, I don't know where he went, so I'm just gonna watch videos. Watch the videos. Uh-oh. Girl takes on dicks. Ayo. A fucking yo. I'm not on I'm not on feet. I'm not on porno, bro. It's literally it's look. I'll show you right now. It says girl. It says right here. Girl takes on dicks. History check. What? No. I don't actually. My search history is actually pretty tame. Cause I'm working on I'm working on to not like let myself be a degenerate. I don't want to be a degenerate. So let's. Oh my God! What? Anthony, no way. He called it not good. He's trolling, right? He's trolling, right? He's trolling. That NF album is amazing.
Yeah, this NF album, it's not good. We have a
He's trolling.
brand new full-length LP here from Michigan rapper NF. It's
He's
his
trolling.
fifth full-length LP, from what I understand. Comes
He's trolling.
Not too long after his very popular, very successful #1 album, The Search. Also, there was 2021's Clouds mixtape. And this guy's been at it for a long time now. He has a pretty recognizable style and sound. Recognizable is sounding a lot like Eminem, but I suppose we'll get into that
It's
soon
not
enough.
Eminem.
A lot of outlets
It's
and
not his
fans
fault.
and critics kind of celebrate or label this guy as a Christian rapper, but
He's-
for me, what has stood out about his music more are the fast flows, the passion and sense of drama that he tries to relay through his performances and
He's
pen
trolling,
game.
bro.
Now, are these things that speak to me personally? Not necessarily, but I can at least sense they're part of what makes NF tick as an artist. And given the streak of very impressive numbers he's been seeing with his past couple of records, I didn't really go into this album expecting him to do anything else other than just deliver unto fans more of the same, which I guess we did, sure, but it's getting to the point of annoyance and I would say even stagnation creatively that NF
I liked
refuses
it.
to just like evolve and step outside of the shadow of the artists that so obviously influence him. However, in his own mind, if you listen to the actual music and lyricism on this record, you would be led to believe that NF is going on some kind of like epic hero's journey with this record, undergoing some kind of profound evolution. Meanwhile, in the opening moments of this album, he just kind of sounds like Eminem if he were a theater kid, giving us a lot of rapid.
Come on, man. Just because he's white and he raps faster than normal does not make him a fucking Eminem clone. I don't understand this shit, man. It's not fair. It's not fair to him. Yeah, he could be an inspiration, but like, come on, like, that's just how he raps. This is what he does, man. Like, what's so bad about that? What makes it like? It's so dumb.
Intense and passionate flows about fame and success and validation, all set to these pumping, gigantic, fake-sounding orchestral hits. The beat
Fake sounding? What are you talking about, fake?
sounds like a hyped
It don't sound fake to me.
up version of, I don't know,
I'm biased, obviously.
the sound bed that you would get out of a luxury car commercial. And the whole track eventually escalates to this point where NF is arguing with this demon voice. I guess in such a way where he's having this internal battle about his own fame and success in music and how he portrays himself and how he continues to go about seeing fame and success along his musical career. I won't deny it obviously takes a lot of talent, a lot of focus, and writing ability to do what NF does.
Exactly.
But it's still downright obnoxious despite all the effort being put into it.
Come
and
on, man.
honestly comes across just as self-obsessed as the narcissistic clout chasers that he's trying to separate himself from in the
How self-obsessed? How is he's going on a journey of self? How's that? Look, everybody should be not obsessed, but like they should be like, you know, they should care about their own personal, like how they're living their lives, and they're trying to be a better person every day. You gotta do that at some point. That's just what NF is doing. And this like, I don't know, man. I'm biased. I can't really.
industry. Now, this narrative of success and doing what he does in music and just kind of pushing forward through all of what he's dealing with as an artist, that continues on to the following motto, where NF
I like motto.
not only tries to define what drives him as an artist, but also, I guess, what doesn't, because he doesn't care about being on.
I'm not gonna lie. That track with Corday is probably one of the weakest on the album, but it's still good. Corday, it didn't need to have Corday on it. It really didn't, but it did grow on me a little bit.
Red carpets, and hey, who knows, you might see him wearing the same clothes twice at some point. Crazy. Production-wise, they have more
yeah.
tacky orchestrations all over this track too, and I think the perspective being painted on this track is just a tough pill to swallow, with NF taking shots at the industry in this Slim Shady LP type inflection, which
I guess if that's how you want to look at it, but
is the mark, because at the time Eminem sounded like this, he was genuinely subversive in his own way, repeatedly catching heat from critics and the media and parents for the things he'd rap about and the way that he acted. Conversely, NF is not. In terms of substance and content, he couldn't be a safer, more PG pick. He goes on in the song about how he could be more famous if he did a bunch of features that he doesn't want to do, or if he started taking notes about how he writes his songs and stuff like that. But he's not gonna, because he's not gonna sell out and compromise his art. Meanwhile, the art that we're talking about is one of the most derivative and formulaic commercial products in mainstream.
that's just his art. Like, just because it happens to be similar to other stuff doesn't mean that what he's saying is wrong. Do not ask an NF fan why NF is their favorite rapper. I don't know. I like this. I like it. His favorite movie is Inception. Not that it's a bad movie, but it's clear there's a smaller scope of perspectives around among them. Fair enough. Man, I'm so people. Man, I love Eminem. I love NF. I like NF. I like. Maybe I'm just highly biased, but like, I'm big on like storytelling stuff. I'm big on stuff. I'm big on when the rappers and artists take the time to actually like create a narrative in their music, instead of it being just like, you know, one album one album sounds the same, or like they have the same lyrics and stuff. Like, granted, you can argue that NF's albums sound the same, but like writing wise, he's giving us a story. Like, can you, like, I don't know, I appreciate that personally. Same with J. Cole or Kendrick, you know.
Rap today. Like, I'm impressed what I'm hearing here is the vision of one guy. Because it honestly sounds like the result of a focus group trying to engineer the most appealing music to angsty, sheltered, white suburbanites.
White suburbanites. Isn't that you?
Recovery era Eminem copying AJR, who is copying 21 Pilots. Which, it's annoying that he makes such a fuss over this by reminding us he's not an industry artist. Which I think NF falsely associates with going against the grain creatively, which is obviously not necessarily the case. Like, are you telling me, honestly, that a label would hear the cornball piano balladry on the song Gone from this thing, for example, and say, ugh, what are you trying to do? Put us in the poorhouse? Nobody's ever going to listen to this stuff. It sounds like a damn Louis Capaldi song. Take the song Mistake 2, which is another piano cut. This thing is one hopeful synth lead and a driving kick away from being one of those, like, super meaningful, motivational poster EDM anthems. Meanwhile, the track Happy embraces literally every millennial inspo radio pop cliche. Then there's other tracks deeper into the record where he's just hopping on a bunch of super trendy trap beats, or ones that would have been trendy like 6 or 7 years ago. The beat on Suffice sounds like the first thing you'd hear when you type Drake back-to-back era tight beat into YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry if this comparison is too much of an aside, but like, take the new Navy Blue album, for example, which just came out on Def Jam. There are mainstream rap label records that artistically are doing way more risky and adventurous stuff than this NF record. Look, I'm glad NF is making the music that he wants to make and seeing considerable amounts of success doing it. But do we have to delude ourselves into believing that he's doing anything to challenge industry music standards here?
I mean, that part I can actually kind of agree with, because it's not like he's doing anything crazy with his music. It's just safe. It's safe to listen to. Like, it's very safe to listen to. That's why I like listening to him, because it's safe. I feel it's very motivational. I feel better when I listen to him. Like, that's about it, right? And like his music, I like the story. I like the story of the albums. I like the story of his arc as a character, or at least as the character that he has, given us in the albums. What's up, Jag? But yeah, I don't know, man. I think this NF album was great. I liked it. I'm just biased.
The records climb up the same charts that everybody else's does, and your music is still distributed through majors anyway. Literally everything on this album is just a bunch of microwave pop and rap fusions that have already proven to be successful on the charts, on radio waves for years now. As much as it may feel like winning the lottery, your success is not some kind of like exception to the rule or anomaly that nobody can figure out. You're not an enigma wrapped in a riddle, smothered in a mystery. You're simply making marketable melodrama that people like listening to. And the fact that you're making a career off of it, which is fine, doesn't need to be framed like we're depicting some kind of epic action-adventure film, or like a paranoid fantasy where you think everybody out there is praying for you to fail and not do well, like on the song Let 'Em Pray. All the mountainous strings and bombastic instrumentals alone are proof of the delusions of grandeur going into this project, which, in fairness, I will say does have a couple of bright spots here and there. The Corday feature on here is pretty decent, and the song Mama is a very heartfelt and admirable tribute to NF's late mother, as well as her and his relationship with God and prayer and spirituality, the afterlife, hoping that she's moved on to a better and more peaceful place. It's a genuine tearjerker, and also a reminder that there's more to life than the industry rat race, which is maybe what this record kind of needed at the end of the day, for him to spend more time reflecting outside of that. I will say the closer on some level also seems like a genuinely emotional moment that's pretty easy to connect with on the record, but that really just kind of comes across as too little too late. And outside of that, I couldn't really get into much of anything this album offered on any level, because there's just so much about it that is a non-starter, which isn't to say that there won't be people out there who enjoy this thing. I mean, most likely there will be millions, and this project may even go #1, just like NF's past couple of projects have. But because this channel is about my opinions, I do have to come through and say here that most definitely this record is not for me, and that's why I'm kind of saying that it's not good.
Damn, man. That's pain. That's pain. That's pain. This sucks. It is what it is, though. Well, It is what it is. Can the FNAF movie fix? I think the FNAF movie could fix the lore. I don't know
The
if it
Five Nights
will.
at Freddy's movie is coming out this year on October 27th, and I'm just as hype as anybody else.
It's gonna be
but
awesome.
the more details that eke out about this project, the more I've been thinking about it. If
I'm
they set
concerned.
it in the right time period, this movie has the potential to settle a lot of debates about the early FNAF games in the timeline.
Exactly.
But will it? Or will the movie be another one of Scott's official FNAF fan fictions? Well, that's what we're here today to find out. So, slices, put on your aprons, and let's bake ourselves a theory. First, let's gather our ingredients. What all do we know about this movie? Well, for those who don't want to be spoiled, I'll start with just the officially announced parts about the movie and official cast listings. That being said, eventually we are going to talk about some leaks that may or may not potentially spoil parts of the movie. But before I talk about the leaks, I'll put a
Spoilers
subtle
ahead.
message on screen so you know that we'll transition. Something like this. And for other
Very
things that
subtle.
aren't necessarily leaks, but rather IMDb listings or other not officially announced but not leaked material, I'll put this subtle information on screen. Alright, that settled? Cool. The earliest solid information we ever got about the movie was way back when it was in the middle of its 8-year production hell. About 2 years ago at this point. Scott
Yeah.
posted to Reddit to share the good news that they finally settled on a screenplay for the movie. The code name for it was Mike, and according to Scott, it was a good mix of all of the elements they liked from the previous screenplays with no major issues. That's
Okay.
good and all, but it
That's
doesn't
good.
tell us a whole lot. Frankly, it more so told us what the movie isn't going to be. But for now, that Reddit post has two main takeaways for us. He didn't like it when screenplays didn't have the protagonist of the movie have any sort of connection to Freddy's. So he wants the protagonist to have a connection to Freddy's. And he couldn't find a good way to make a Silver Eyes movie. So he stated he wanted to make the movie based off the games, not the books. So
Right.
we'll use that to color our interpretations as we move along. What
Right.
about other officially announced information? Well, casting is a huge one. I won't go into the IMDb listings yet, as some of them feel a little spoilery, but Blumhouse themselves actually announced several casting decisions during Dalco's St. Jude charity livestream as a reward. Specifically, Matthew Lillard as William Afton,
Go.
Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt, Piper
Go.
Rubio as Abby,
W.
and Mary Stuart Masterson as an unnamed female villain. Mary sticks out to me immediately.
It's the wife. It's the wife. It's William Afton's wife. It's William Afton's wife. It's gotta be. It's gotta be the wife. I'm telling you, it's gotta be the wife. It's gotta be. Matt Pat was right. Matt Pat was right. It's gotta be the wife. It's gotta be. I mean, like, oh, holy shit. That'd be crazy. That would actually be crazy. That would actually be insane. If the story is just basically like she's the villain, so she's trying to like do. I don't know what the story would be, but I can definitely see her being the wife. She would be William Afton's wife. Like, it's got to be. It makes a lot of sense.
I have so much cat fur. Mary sticks out to me immediately, mainly because I don't think she's literally being casted as unnamed female villain. Rather, whatever her name is would be
It's
a
a
massive
spoiler.
so Blumhouse is holding on to that one. So another important point here is that there's an older woman villain within the plot, whoever that may be.
The
And
wife.
The last bit of officially announced information we have
It's
are
the
Blumhouse
wife.
teasing the animatronic designs in two different instances. The first was a while ago when they announced they're partnering with Jim Henson's Creature Shop for the animatronic designs.
W.
One, that's awesome. Jim Henson was a master at his work and is responsible for like 80% of what I watched as a kid, and did amazing things with puppets and suits, and his Creature Shop carries on his legacy. But second, look, it's Freddy and he's probably gonna get worn. Now, to be
It's
fair,
Freddy.
we're not sure if this is hinting at a Springlock suit or rather just the way they're going to make the animatronics move while filming. There's no way to know
That's
that.
true.
Regardless, this was cool.
A
But then,
Springlock suit
a
would
few
be
weeks
crazy.
ago when Blumhouse announced the release date of the movie, they also gave us this teaser image for it, with an official shot.
This is either Freddy or Golden Freddy, but the ear missing, the ear being missing, kind of makes me think it's just regular Freddy. It's gotta be just Freddy or Fredbear.
the front of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, the back of a Freddy animatronic, presumably holding the hand of Abby. There's so much to unpack here, but for now, let's put it aside. Oh, no end in sight, but it's getting warmer. I did go down a level with the ramp, but I didn't think it would get this much hot. What else?
We got merch.
And we're to handle for wonderful. Now we're moving on. At least it's cooler, because, man, those pajamas were getting warm. Well, onward and upward. Now we're moving on to IMDb and resume listings that have not been formally announced by Blumhouse. Moreover, just casually updated online. So, all the named character castings that we have that aren't officially announced by Blumhouse are Elizabeth Lail as Vanessa, Kat
W.
Sterling as Max, Christian Stokes as Hank, Joseph Poliquin as Carl, Ryan Reinecke as Freddy's security guard, Jofiel Love as Ghost Kid number 5, Bailey Winston as Kim, Lucas Grant as Garrett, Victoria Patunad as Social Worker, and David Doty as Ghost Kid 3. There are some new names here that kind of feel like side characters.
It has been done. Wait, what?
Characters inherent.
Minecraft?
Specifically, the
I was asking where you were, and I kind of just got bored and left.
names Max, Hank, Carl, Garrett, Kim, and Social Worker all kind of give me that vibe. I will say, though, I've seen some rumors and speculation about the character Hank, specifically referring to him as Uncle Hank.
Uncle Hank. Henry?
Which has led to some speculation that Hank could be the movie's equivalent for Henry.
That's what I was thinking. What if it's just Henry? Or what if that's like Henry's brother or some shit, or William's brother? Possible.
That feels wild, though. What do you
It feels a little like.
think? Tell me in the comments.
It could work.
However, the other listed characters are of interest immediately to me. Freddy's security guard feels like the official name for who has been henceforth referred to as Phone Guy.
Yeah.
After all, if this movie is going to retell the story of Mike Schmidt in a FNAF 1 location, we need a phone guy, and Freddy's security guard fits that bill. Ghost Kids number 3 and 5 are also notable, as if there's 5 Ghost Kids, that seems to imply Golden Freddy will definitely make some sort of an appearance. Finally, and most notably, and confusingly, Vanessa is here.
Right. Like, why is Vanessa here? That's very interesting. Why Vanessa is here? Like, is it going to be like spanning like different eras, or is it just going to be like she got introduced this early? That'd be no, because it doesn't make sense. Why would Vanessa be introduced this early in the story? Huh.
This throws a big wrench into everything timeline-wise. In
Everything.
Security Breach, Vanessa is in like her late 20s, early 30s, if I had to guess. So either this movie takes place way later in the timeline than we thought, and Mike is guarding some long-closed pizza place, or this Vanessa is different from the one we see in the games.
It could be.
Or, oh god,
Or
she's a robot and doesn't...
Or she's a robot. Or if Vanessa's a robot, she could be a robot. That would be insane if she is. So Rockstars, Classics, Phantoms, like I don't think there. I think only I'm pretty sure like the classics will have to be the only ones in this movie, because they can't do the Rockstars, because that's Security Breach, and Security Breach is way later, right? Like way later. Phantoms, that's FNAF 3, and that is like a prequel. So like that you wouldn't need to have Mike Schmidt as a young adult here. Playtimes. I forgot what the playtimes. I don't know. That's the timelines wouldn't work. Investigating past events goes back into the past. No, like, why would she go back? How would she go back into the past? Like, time travel? No, hell no.
But we'll save that discussion for later in the video. I do remember seeing some other people claiming some other IMDb listings, but I don't see them on the official page, and they feel pretty spoilery, so I'm saving them for the next section. You know, this one. There
you
There's
know,
actually been a good couple of leaks about this movie. Now, keep in mind,
Logic.
the inherent nature of a leak shows that it's not confirmed information. So
Yeah.
anything in this section could potentially be
wrong.
fake. So
It could
take
be
it with a
wrong.
grain of salt, and we'll try not to rely on any information we have in here, but rather use it as supporting evidence. The first leak I can recall.
questioning average movie logic. Go back in time to figure out what's going on. Vanessa wouldn't do that though. Like in the storyline, she wouldn't do that. Like why would she do that? She's working with Afton. She doesn't care. Like I don't think she would care enough to like go back in time unless she got broken out of Afton's control, and she is trying to figure out what happened and why she is the way she is. But like, how would she even do that? Like, what you gonna add like a time travel MacGuffin? And nobody, bro, I swear to you, everybody in FNAF community who watches this movie is going to actively hate this movie if they do any type of bullshit like that. Actively, like why? Everybody's gonna hate this movie. Like they would, Scott will not take that. He will not do that. Scott won't do that. I 100% believe Scott would not make that choice, take that chance, really.
Recall, I actually wrote a whole script about way back in October, where we got a leak of the call sheet for auditions for Mike, Vanessa, and Abby, along with a very brief synopsis of what the movie is going to be about. That sheet was leaked before the Dawko livestream, so it does softly confirm.
This is a police officer. She's a police officer. This might not be the same Vanessa. This might be a different Vanessa, like a whole different Vanessa completely, or it is the same Vanessa, and this was before she was turned into a robot. While leading with bright sunny suspicious as key understanding dark history, in other words, the rest not known to reveal too much which you may know. She worked to help Mike survive the night. Interesting.
The sheet to be true, since we still have Abby and now we have Vanessa. If so, it confirms that Abby is Mike's younger sister, and that Vanessa knows more about the Pizzaplex than she lets on. Later on, we got not necessarily a leak, but a spoilery casting call for auditions for extras, specifically a birthday party and a separate one for an 80s crime scene. This is huge because with William Afton being in the movie, an 80s crime scene, and a birthday party, this movie is in some way going to talk about the missing child incident. And either it's going to take place in the 1980s and show it to us, or at least have some sort of flashback or news coverage of the event. Speaking of William Afton, there's been one more huge leak that's very spoilery, so you can skip ahead to here because this feels like the biggest spoiler I'm talking about so far. Someone leaked a specific animatronic head supposedly from the Jim Henson Creature Shop, Springtrap. So either
Springtrap. Is that real though? This could be like a fan.
William has been springlocked by the time we get to the movie and we encounter him, or he becomes springlocked somewhere in the movie. That does somewhat rule out the movie taking place during the missing child incident though, because that would have had to happen before he becomes a zombie furry. Finally, there are some
zombie furry.
leaked casting calls that I cannot find anywhere on IMDb, and the only source I can find are official-looking resumes. A few of them are to no surprise, the main cast of animatronics. John Moore as Bonnie and Ted Atherton as Golden Freddy. These track, we knew these were probably going to be here, but there's much bigger spoilers in the next set.
What level are you in mine? I have no idea.
Casting decisions. Jane Wheeler as the puppet, Dylan Horner as Balloon Boy, Mikey Madison as Toy Chica, and Jessica Blackmore as Mike's mom. This feels huge.
That's a big deal. Balloon Boy, Puppet, and Mike's mom?
Either FNAF 1 and 2 have closed down and all of this stuff was just pushed into one building that Mike is now guarding, or this movie actually takes place in the FNAF 2 location. Because although we're pretty sure the puppet was at some point at the FNAF 1 location, we have no indication that Toy Chica or Balloon Boy were ever there.
Yeah.
Frankly, they should have been scrapped by the end of FNAF 2. And finally, although I don't see any plot relevance for it yet, we did get leaked footage of Josh Hutcherson beating the ever-loving shit out of a random dude in the mall as Mike Schmidt. So, that's pretty cool. Alright,
That is pretty
all
cool.
that being collected, let's mix our ingredients and see what kind of theories start to form. And in case you got here by skipping the spoiler parts to avoid spoilers, I'm I'm going to be talking about them and taking them into account in the discussion, so we're pretty much in spoiler territory for the rest of the video. But, I mean, spoilers aren't a huge... Listen, I don't get the whole obsession with avoiding spoilers. I get wanting to be surprised.
I get
but
it.
to me, personally, as someone who studied literature in college, spoilers don't necessarily ruin something for me. It just lets me keep an eye out for foreshadowing for something I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I totally get it.
Everybody,
I just
everybody's different. I don't mind spoilers because, I'm still going to watch this shit anyway.
Personally get it. Anyway, on to theory crafting. All right, straight away, I think Mike Schmidt is going to be Michael Afton. Michael.
Yeah,
in the
makes
games,
sense.
we have reason to believe that Mike Schmidt in FNAF 1 is Michael Afton. And Scott specifically said in the Reddit post that he didn't like it when the protagonist wasn't in some way related to Freddy's. This would be a very strong relation, the
Excuse me.
son of the creator. That and Scott tends to like to have Michael Afton be a protagonist in some way. That being said, Abby makes me question that. The casting
Right, because Abby is his younger Abby is his younger sister. He doesn't have a younger sister in the story. Elizabeth maybe. Actually, no. Actually, I take it back. Yeah, he does have a younger sister. It's Elizabeth, but she died like, I don't know. We don't know when she died exactly. But Abby. Why Abby? Like, why the name Abby? He could just call her Elizabeth. But maybe it'd be too. Maybe it would literally just give them more. Maybe it's too much information. If her name was Abby, that would literally give us like a lot of information. That would literally like fix a lot of questions. Because the movie's gonna come out and then we're gonna know, okay, this is actually what happened. Cool. Now we can go forward and figure and move forward on from that. We get answers, but this movie's gonna give us answers. One way or another, it's gonna give us some type of answer about something in the lore of the games and the books, but mainly the games. It's just weird how why how would she be important in this story?
call we got back in October states that she's Mike's younger sister, and we don't have an Abby Afton. We have an Elizabeth, just not an Abby.
Exactly.
And no, stop trying to make it work. Abby is short for Abigail.
Abigail, yeah. It's I think they just changed. I think Scott and them just changed the name, just so the fan base doesn't have like direct answers. But then it's like, what's the younger sister of Michael? So of course we're still going to think it's probably Elizabeth. It's probably a stand-in for Elizabeth. Like at that point.
Abby isn't short for Elizabeth. That's not a thing. That all being said, even if we excuse the idea of an Abby Afton, something else further complicates this Afton family tree. Jessica Blackmore as Mike's mom.
Right, exactly. If it's true, if she is supposed to be Mike's mom, that changes a lot. Because then that changes the whole the theory I had in the beginning, where it was like maybe the unnamed female villain is William's wife or something. This would throw that off. This would throw that off completely. So
Specifically, we have a casting for Mike's mom, but Abby is stated to have grown up without her parents, and instead being raised by her, quote, unreliable brother.
So what happened to the parents?
Michael. So does Mike's mom exist or not?
So you know what? They're probably flashbacks. It's probably like some type of flashback thing.
Because if he's the brother of Abby and she grew up without parents, Mike's mom had to have been dead for about 10 years now, or at least some way out of the picture. This is all compounded by the fact with who William Afton is casted as, Matthew Lillard. A Matthew Lillard that is 15 years older than Jessica Blackmore casted as Mike's mom. So if they really are married, that's a wild age.
That's a big age gap. Jesus. 38 to 53 is insane. Holy fuck.
All that is to say that plus the 80s crime scene
Right.
casting call is starting to lead me to believe that Jessica Blackmore plays Mike's mom during some sort of flashback
It has to be a flashback.
or past activity. For whatever reason, death
Has to
or
be.
otherwise, Mike's mom is no longer in the picture, but was at some point.
Yeah.
That's why Mike has to take care of Abby. His mom isn't there anymore, and his dad is off killing children or something. We also know of a casting call for a news reporter in the 80s, which makes me think that the missing child incident is going to be portrayed via the news as a very big public event. People
Possible.
knew about this. The Aftons would have been a household name after a scandal like that. Wait, Afton would be a household name. Maybe that's why Michael changes it. Think
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That makes sense, right? If it was a household name, because the whole scandal, because it was a popular franchise, of course you would change. If you're trying to get a job, to figure out what happened with your dad and stuff, of course you would change your name because everybody knows Afton. Everybody knows the Afton family, right? And maybe that's why her name is Abby as well, because if it's Abby, people won't know that it's actually Elizabeth. It just changed her last name to Schmidt. It'd be just Abby Schmidt. And it'll be Mike Schmidt and Abby Schmidt. Right? Perfect. It just works. Perfect. It's right there. Oh my god, I think we just figured it out.
Think about it. If something absolutely terrible happened, your father makes the worst decision possible and does something so heinous that the whole country is cursing his name, wouldn't you try to disassociate from that family?
I mean,
Try to
yeah.
reach for some semblance of a normal life? Part of that would be getting rid of your old names as smoothly as possible.
Yep.
Michael and Elizabeth Afton? The press knows those.
Pence knows those people. Fuck that. Mike is Mike Schmidt and Abby Schmidt. Perfect.
People. It's too public. They'd have to adapt. They'd become Michael and Abby Schmidt. Gee.
That's actually a good ass
wonder where
idea.
Scott and the team got the idea of relatives of the purple guy changing their name and location to avoid being associated with the tragedy.
It's a little weird.
Anyway, that still begs
Pop goes.
the questions. Why are they at Freddy's now? Why is Vanessa here? And
Why is Vanessa here?
stated as having a keen understanding of the dark history and inner workings of the restaurant.
She's a robot.
When does this game take place? And who is the unnamed female villain? I've seen some speculation that Masterson is playing the owner of the restaurant and is therefore
can see
being a
that.
villain in that way.
I can
But
see that.
I see two main flaws in that argument. One, why in the world would the owner of the restaurant be a villain if it's
Yeah.
not in Afton? And two,
That's true.
if she really just was the owner of that location, why would her name be a spoiler? They could just
Right.
name her. Frankly, calling her a villain would be more of a spoiler than just naming her.
True.
Something about her name tells us something. But can we guess that name? Look to when she was announced. At the live stream, William, Mike, Abby, and the mystery woman were...
It has to be the mom. It has to be the mom. Am I crazy? It has to be the mom. It has to be. It has to be the mom. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be the mom. It has to be Miss Afton because Mrs. Afton because it has to be. It's got to be. This is a family right here. This is a family for mom, dad, son, and daughter. It's got to be the mom. It's got to be. It just
announced
makes.
all together.
It's got to
One
be.
big,
Happy family. It's got
Blumhouse
to be.
wasn't just announcing random characters to celebrate the live stream. Blumhouse was showing us the Afton family. But I already hear you. What about Jessica Blackmore's character?
She's got to be. She's got to be a flashback. She's going to be a flashback version, right? She's the current, she would be the current version, and then she would be the past version. Or a flashback.
Literally credited as Mike's mom. Well, think about the timing again. If
Timing.
this movie takes place after the missing child incident, we know that happened sometime in the early 80s.
Yep.
And if we're assuming that this is at least 10 years later because Abby never grew up with her parents and
Right.
she's 10 in the movie, we'd have a Mrs. Afton in the early 80s and a Mrs. Afton sometime later in the 90s to 2000s.
Yep.
A younger Mrs. Afton in the flashbacks to the Fazbear tragedy, somewhere in her late 30s, and a slightly older Mrs. Afton in her mid-50s in the present day.
Yep.
Not only does this age
It
line
just
up
works.
timeline-wise,
It works perfectly.
it lines up with Matthew Lillard. Lillard
Exactly.
and Blackmore, like I said, are 15 years apart in age, but Lillard
But-
and Masterson, only 3.
Perfect. Perfect.
Guys,
It's
I
working.
think game theory was right.
Everything is working the way it's supposed to. This is awesome. This is
I
great.
think Mrs. Afton is entering the plot as an important character. Okay,
This might be right.
hi, Editor Riley here. It's literally Thursday night at 1:30 a.m., I guess Friday morning. As I'm editing this, we got news that Wyatt Parker has been casted as young Mike. What
Boom. There it
can I
is.
say? I'm always right, but it seemed important, so I figured I'd add it. This all still begs the question, though, what will we see in the movie? Sure, they could do a bunch of massive lore reveals,
True.
but would that be entertaining for
It might not be entertaining.
a broader audience? Of course not. They would need to have whatever lore is necessary to serve the current story, the main movie and the action within it, and possibly hint to bigger pictures. Vanessa being here really
Yeah, she's confusing. I don't get why is she here? Why Vanessa? Like she's supposed to be like in her 20s to 30s in Security Breach, but yet here she is during like FNAF 2 maybe. Like I don't know. She's got to be a robot, right?
confuses me. I feel like this movie takes place somewhere in the 1990s to 2000s era. That would place it firmly in FNAF 1 territory. So, if Vanessa is the same one we know of in the games, by all means, she shouldn't have been born yet, let alone be old enough to be a police officer, as she's in her late 20s, early 30s in Security Breach, which is a game that takes place in the 2030s. And as convenient and helpful as a robotic person explanation
It is
here,
convenient.
making it so she wouldn't age and could be in both a movie in the 90s and a game in the 2030s, stop for a second, realize who we are, would that be satisfying for a general audience?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. It might not make sense. Like it'd be like, okay, that's maybe for us as the people who love the games and stuff, it makes sense. Kind of, but for a general movie audience, I bet you she's probably just gonna be like just a random fucking what's it called? A detective. She's gonna be just doing her job. Literally just trying to figure out what's going on, and she's gonna be wrapped up in all this, right? Like that's kind of how it feels. Like she's probably the main character for the movie. She's probably the one we're gonna be following following most of the time in the movie, and because of that, you know, she's gonna be, you know, pretty important for the movie. But like she's probably it's probably just gonna be a different Vanessa. I'm just gonna say. It's not the same Vanessa we know. Her name is Vanessa, but it's not the same Vanessa. They're just using the name just to make it, you know.
Wouldn't that be too far? Seriously,
It is too
ask
far.
yourself. If you're
It would be
someone
too
who's
far.
only ever heard of Five Nights at Freddy's in passing, and maybe you have a nephew that has, I don't know, Freddy Pillow Pet, and then you hear that a PG-13 movie is coming out, and you take that nephew to go see it as a bonding experience, and you're decently enjoying it. It's got some decent
All of a
horror,
sudden, all of a sudden at the end, Vanessa's a robot, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Why is she a robot? Okay.
fun, scary moments. Your nephew's enjoying it. But then, during the third act, the police officer who's been assisting the main characters is revealed to secretly also be a robot and the long-lost sister of the main character. I would laugh and maybe walk out
Yeah,
if I
honestly, it'd
wasn't
be
as
like,
deep in this franchise as I am.
What the fuck
so
is happening?
we realistically have two options, and neither of them feel very good. Either Vanessa is a robot, and we just have to pray to God that Blumhouse can pull that off, or it's a different Vanessa than the one we see in the games. Something Scott has done before in the books.
Yes.
At this point, it's hard to tell either way. Finally, I think I know why they go to Freddy's.
You know what'd be funny if it was like Vanessa's fucking like that was like her mom or some shit. I like Vanessa's mom, but it's like she's like Vanessa Jr. The one in Security Breach is Vanessa Jr. And her mom was a what's it called? A detective, and you know she just doing somehow she just followed in the same path, you know. Ancestor got the The one we already know, stuck being a security guard. That would be actually, I feel like that low key, that actually might work. That actually might work as a theory. Like, what if this Vanessa in the movie is just Vanessa's mom? And they both just have the same name, Vanessa. Like, I think that's actually a fucking great one. That's actually a great idea. Granted, Vanessa in the game might be related to the Aftons. We don't know. She might have died. She might be a robot. We don't know.
But for that,
know
I'd
who she
rather
is.
put it into my fully updated plot prediction. So we'll pop our mixture into the oven and see what kind of horrors rise. Oh, and spoiler alert for the movie, I'm always right, so this is definitely exactly what the movie is going to be.
Facts.
Mike and Abby Schmidt are the margins of the population, scraping by with what they have and each other's support. Abby is too young to remember what happened. She was just recently born in the 80s, but Mike remembers. More aptly, Michael remembers. His father, William Afton, had everything. A loving wife, a happy family, and a thriving business. His children, Michael, the oldest, his youngest son, and his daughter, were happy. But
Yeah, they didn't talk about the crying child yet, which is I think is important because the crying child is probably a secret that they probably won't really reveal him until like, you know.
Michael had a bit of a mean streak, picking on his younger brother. Eventually, the bullying went too far, and the youngest son's head was placed in the jaws of the Fredbear animatronic,
Rest
which
in
closed
peace.
on him, killing
Oof.
him. William lost it. He began drinking, becoming more and more resentful at Michael. He knew he couldn't exact revenge on him the way he wanted to. He was his son after all. But that anger he felt towards Michael needed some kind of outlet. He needed someone else to punish. The other children at the restaurant. The ones who helped Michael or just stood by and watched it happen. William knew
It's a good idea.
they deserved punishment.
Well, I mean, not the killing part. I'm talking about like as writing wise, as a story, it's a good idea that he would attack the people that was with Michael, the kids that was also with Michael who was there when it happened. So I feel like that's
William went and killed all 5 children involved in the incident, stuffing them into suits and hiding the evidence. The news picked up the story immediately. Fazbear's House of Frights. Children and owner William Afton go missing. Too soon after the death of their youngest child, the Aftons were thrown into a media circus. William was nowhere to be found, and Mrs. Afton went off looking for him. All that was left was Michael and Elizabeth. He knew what he had to do. Michael took care of Elizabeth, going into hiding as Mike and Abby Schmidt, and just tried to scrape by. But Mike's guilt and resentment as towards what happened in his youth still haunt him to this day. Working at his most recent job, the worst case scenario happened. Someone recognized Mike, mentioning the incident. Mike lost his temper, beating the poor guy nearly to death in the middle of a mall. Obviously fired and charges were pressed. A social worker approaches Mike and Abby. She tells them that she can't keep bailing them out. Eventually, they're going to have to fix their situation. They need to get their act together, or Abby is going to be put in the system. This can't happen, Mike thinks. If the Afton orphan is put into the adoption system, no one is going to adopt her. There's too much baggage there. He needed a job. Desperate, he found one on a newspaper listing. The local closed-down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza needs somebody to watch over it at night to make sure hooligans and trespassers don't break in. Reluctantly, because of his past trauma, Michael takes the job. But before long, the ghosts of William's crimes make themselves known. But what about Springtrap and Mrs. Afton? And Vanessa? To be honest, I have no idea whatsoever. It could be a whole
That's a good
family
start.
mystery slowly coming out over the course of the movie, leading to this big Springlock scene at the end. Or it could just be a background mystery setting up for possible sequels. After all, Matthew Lillard said he signed a 3-movie deal. Now, that's not to say 3 movies...
a 3-movie deal. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a genius. Banger. I'm
are
cool. I'm
confirmed.
okay with
Don't
it.
get me wrong there. It's just a very common thing that if sequels are a potential down the road, production companies typically sign actors for multiple movies in the case they get renewed for those sequels. So it's something they have a possible intent for, it's just not confirmed yet. But that's the movies
have to
and the
make
story
their-
that we
yeah.
might see in there. If you want to know more about the game's story and what's currently happening in them, check out last week's video about who the girl on the Ruin poster is. In the meantime, a huge shout out to the best patrons, the Toast
W supporters. I love this. I think this is a good one. I think this is good. That's a good story. For a movie, I like that. Anyway, almost 3:30. Speaking of FNAF, I didn't even really forgot I was wearing it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah. Love yourself and love others. I'm gonna go and keep making videos. I got bags under my eyes. I'm always doing something. I can't get no rest. I can't. Life is tough, but I keep going because I need this to work. I'm desperate. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye.